Hey everybody, just ignore this right here. I've been picking my face again a lot. It's due to my anxiety and things. I found these little patches at Walmart. They're non-medicated. They're, I think they're called blemish patches, and it comes in like a blue, pink container. Not a container, a baggy type thing, a resealable bag. And you just clean your face and then stick them on. You do your makeup over top of it if you want to, or sleep with them. Sometimes I do that, and then usually it's gone within like a day or two. But anyways, that's besides the point. Sorry, I can't get like this frog out of my throat. I keep getting them ever since I had surgery. I had surgery on Friday, July 26th at 11:30. It was a 45-minute surgery. It went very well. I remember them wheeling me down the hallway and giving my husband kiss goodbye and I'll see you later type thing, and then take me back to the operating room. They had me switch over to the table. I remember them laying my arms down like they're gonna tie them down, but they didn't quite yet. They just had them out on the boards. Everybody was like talking to me and asked me questions like about my tattoos and things like that. I guess to keep me calm. And sorry. And then they put a little mask over my face and told me to take deep breaths. And that's all I remember from that point. Then I remember waking up in the recovery room in a jury chair. It's what they use to do, like in nursing homes, they have patients in the jury chairs, push them around and stuff. So I was in one of those. I woke up and looked around, saw I was in like a little curtain room. I could see people. They had the front curtain open, so I could see everybody coming in and out of the recovery station area. They asked how I was feeling. I was like, I'm doing good, just tired. So they're like, well, do you want to walk or anything? And I'm like, well, I gotta pee, so yeah, sure, I'll walk. So before I got up, the male nurse was like, your lips look really chapped. He went and got me chapstick. So, which I have right here, little chapstick that he gave me. It's mint flavored, which I love. It helps calm me down, and I just love the feeling of mint. The smell of mint, just soothing. Went to the bathroom, came back, fell asleep for a little bit longer. I woke up enough just to see my husband sitting next to me and hear him talking about his job to the nurse, because the hospital that I had my surgery in, York Hospital, he goes there all the time because my husband works for a funeral home, so he picks up bodies from there and transports them down to the funeral home to get embalmed and all that stuff and get ready for funerals. Then I fell asleep, woke back up, and I had to pee so bad. And I could feel like me having to pee, like it was starting to like drip type. That's how bad I had to pee. So I went as fast as I could. They're like, wow, you must be feeling better. You're moving a lot quicker. I said, no, it's not that I'm feeling better or anything. It's I have to pee. So I get around the corner just before the bathroom, and there is a worker putting oxygen tanks into their little containers, blocking the whole entire path for the bathroom. At this rate, yeah. TMI, I started having pee going down my leg. I'm like, I gotta go. So the guy moved, and I got into the bathroom, and their doors are so heavy. I flushed the toilet. I try to open the door, trying my hardest, pulling on it, and it pulled on my stomach so bad. And the nurse was like, oh yeah, I should have told you, could have asked for help. Usually when I've had surgery or things like that, and I flush a toilet and there's a nurse outside the door, usually they knock and say it's okay to come in, and you say yes, and then they help you. But it felt like it was ripping my stitches apart, which is only held by glue. But then I went back and I sat down and I fell asleep again. Woke up to my mom sitting next to me. So we talked for a while. And I was like, well, I gotta go to the bathroom. She's like, well, I have to go. I'm not allowed to be in here for 10 minutes. I said, okay. So I waited 10 minutes. I went to the bathroom, came back. And I waited like 5 minutes. And I was like, it was a new nurse on call. I already went through 2 other ones. And I was like, should I be hooked up to an IV? Should I have my oxygen thing on? Should I have my leg compressions on? She's like, oh my gosh, yes, I'm so sorry. I totally forgot about that. And she was over there messing with her phone. So I was like, okay. She's like, well, where's your oxygen thing? I was like, I already put it on myself. That's the only thing I couldn't do. And she's like, oh, well, thank you. And we're going to get you to your room. I was like, okay. So they come down, bring a wheelchair, took me to my room, got me in my bed, and took all my vital signs. Then let my husband and my mom come in. Basically, from the morphine, I slept and slept. I would wake up a little bit and, like, have my eyes closed like this, but, like, still aware of what's going on around. So I can hear, like, the nurses talking to my mom and my husband, and my husband talk to my mom, and vice versa, whatever. Then it was the next day. My mom's like, she slept in the room with me because there's only one, like, jury chair thing she could sleep in. And my husband slept out in the truck, in the parking deck. So around 8 o'clock, he came in. My mom, just before he came in, before 8 o'clock, my mom's like, you need to go sit in the chair and be up and all that. I'm like, fine. So I called the nurse in. I said, hey, my mom wants me to be in a jury chair. Not my choice, but I'm going to do it. It's part of the steps. So I get over there. I keep, hitting my morphine, and I'm out of it. Well, it gets around 1 o'clock on Saturday, the day after surgery. And they're like, you can be released after 6 p.m., but you're not really walking and you're not drinking, so we need to monitor that and everything. I'm like, well, I get up and I go to the bathroom. That's about it. That's all the walking I was doing. So I went down and I walked to the end of the hall and back. I felt so nauseous. I felt like I was going to throw up. They had to hold a little bucket with me. And that was the first 3 or 4 times I walked. It happened. It was like every time I got up, used the bathroom or anything, I felt so nauseous, like I was going to throw up. It was a horrible feeling. I hate the feeling of nausea. And once they realized, okay, it's like motion sickness type thing, they stuck a little patch behind my ear, which helped tremendously. Then I was walking the hallways and not taking as much morphine as I was. They finally took me off the morphine because I was so tired on it, and I had to have oxygen on me because I guess the morphine and everything really dropped my oxygen level, and they were kind of a little iffy on how low it was. They didn't want anything, to turn for the worst, I guess. So then they took the morphine from me. They prescribed me oxycodone, which I didn't want that type of stuff, only because I have family members that are drug addicts, so I don't really like painkillers or anything like that. But so far, out of the 20 that I have, I've only taken 3 since the day after surgery. That's basically like 1 a day, I guess. It's usually when I go to bed, so I can kind of get a little comfortable, because it still pulls, because he put an actual dissolving stitch in my abdomen to tighten my muscles up. So it's really tight when I get up and down, and when I lay back in the couch. That's where I've been staying, is the couch with a heating pad and pillow galore and fuzzy blankets. But once they got me off the morphine, I was way better off. I was awake, alert. My husband turned the TV on. It was nothing about it was all about like the Shark Week coming up and the tank show where they built fish tanks. So I'm really into that kind of stuff, so that was keeping me awake watching that. He kept taking smoke breaks and food breaks and staying out of the room while eating and stuff. So once I got the morphine gone and I was taking just Tylenol and my gabapentin, which I only took one time. I don't really care too much about gabapentin because sometimes it makes me like, ugh. But I was able to start drinking because I asked her, I'm like, what's the goal for me from, it was about 3 o'clock then, close 2 to 3 o'clock. She's like, well, I need you to drink an ounce like every 30 minutes. So I was like, well, okay. I did how much I needed to do was like, what? From 3, 4, 5, 6. I needed to have at least, she said, at least 5 ounces in me before they would discharge me. I was like, you know what? I'm not tired anymore. I'm on a mission. I'm going to sip, 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 sip. And that's what I did. And I got 7 down, I think. 7 or 8 ounces down in that time frame. And they came in, cleared me, told me to get dressed and ready to go, pack up my stuff. And they gave me these cute little Dixie medicine cups with the lines on it to take home to measure drinking like an ounce or 2 ounce, to keep track of my drinks like I did in the hospital. I can tell you one thing, the dry mouth, oh my gosh. It was horrible. You have one of those little sponge wand things, swabs, that my mom kept asking for new ice in my cup, new fresh water, because it was like when the water was warm, it was just like not helping my dry mouth at all. So she would help me swipe my mouth before I would drink or anything, because my mouth was so dry, it would like disappear before I could even swallow anything. So doing that helped. The chapstick really helped with my dry lips, because I was literally like peeling skin off my lips. I know, TMI, but yeah. The ride home, there was a lot of construction. A lot of construction in different areas. So that was a little rough at some points. Pulling on my stomach a lot. They wheelchaired me down to my husband's car, or his truck. Got me up inside the truck somehow. It hurt. I do remember that. Got home. He got me all situated on the couch. Had pillows and blankets and heating pad already. Had my pain med next to me and a cup to drink. And I was like ready to rock and roll. So I took my meds, and finally, I think, because we got home about 8:08, that's when I looked at the clock. And I didn't go to bed till like 11:30, and then back up early in the morning, like 3. That's what I've been doing. I've been going to bed late, like 11:30, waking up around 3 o'clock, and then waking up at like 7. And then I'm up. So, but, they did give me a cute little folder that has like stuff on it for my liquid diet. I can say my nurses were amazing. The nurses even helped, like, my mom was thirsty and they got her stuff to drink. My mom didn't sleep since the night before, like the morning before my surgery, which she only got like 3 hours anyways. And she stayed awake the whole night because what she was doing was I would wake up in pain because I'm so deep in a sleep that she was starting to like hit my morphine for me while I was sleeping, because I asked her if she could do that like every hour, just like hit it or whatever, and that helped so much at first. But they got her like coffee and made sure she had a pillow and blanket, things like that. Part of this is you'd go onto a full liquid diet once you leave the hospital. One thing is they want you to sip constantly throughout the day, 1 ounce every 15 minutes. All beverages must be sugar-free, non-carbonated, and caffeine-free. Some important information they put on here is sip all liquids slowly, avoid gulping, do not exceed 8 ounces per an hour, no juice, diluted, or full strength. Can't use a straw, use medicine or bathroom cups to help prevent drinking too much too fast. Stop sipping as soon as you feel full or if you have any nausea or vomiting. Carry liquids with you all day, even when you go out like shopping, if you go for a walk, go get the mail, however far your mail is. Mine's quite a little hike up the street. But yeah, make sure you always take your liquids with you. And I got the there's these little, you can see it on one of my videos. They're like little, I have a little one and a big one. And it's a water bottle that keeps your drinks cold for 24 hours and hot for 12. Those help out tremendously because I like cold stuff. I still like cold stuff. I was afraid I was going to switch to like only wanting warm or room temperature stuff, and I'm glad I don't. Maybe sensitive to sweet taste, diluting sweet flavored drinks or adding ice may make them taste better. Write down the amount of fluids you are on in drinks for your food records. Avoid getting dehydrated. Signs of dehydration is dry mouth, headache, nausea, fatigue, lightheadedness, dizziness, dark colored urine. Then it gives you like a little sample of what your day could consist of while drinking. I'm on full liquids now since that starts the day you come home, which is you're supposed to try to get 60 to 70 grams of protein, but you won't achieve that now. I'm telling you, not happening. 6 to 4 ounces of water, not happening for me. They want you to do 32 ounces of bariatric clear liquids and 32 ounces of full liquids daily. Now, clear liquids are broth, bouillon, regular or light sodium, Crystal Light, decaf coffee, decaf herbal tea, fruit-infused water. They can't be carbonated, though. Don't forget that. Mayo's, Powerade Zero, Propel Zero. Now, Powerade Zero is what I've been drinking. The blue and the grape. In the hospital, I was drinking blue Gatorade G2 and purple G2. And a little bit of water, but I wanted more flavor than water. Sobe Life Water Zero, sugar-free gelatin, sugar-free lemonade, sugar-free popsicles, unsweetened decaf iced tea, vitamin water zero, and water. Now, for the full liquids, this is about half your intake for the day, which is blended bean soup, lactose-free low-fat or skim milk, regular low-fat or skim milk, protein supplements, but they have to have at least 20 grams of protein per scoop or per 11 ounces of liquid, which is like the Premier shakes are 11 ounce, and I believe they have 30 grams of protein. Soy milk, strained low-fat cream soups made with milk. I did that last night for the first time, and oh my gosh, did it taste so good. It was amazing. I did cream and mushroom soup and strained it. Oh, it tastes so good. Add a little pepper. It was the best. Sugar-free hot chocolate made with milk. Sugar-free pudding, which I made little containers the night before my surgery. Little 2-ounce ones from Walmart. They're like little clear. They're like the Jello shots things you make. And I made chocolate fudge with chocolate protein in it. And then I made cheesecake, I think. Cheesecake or white chocolate. And I put vanilla protein powder in it too. They both taste amazing. You're allowed traditional light yogurt or Greek yogurt. No chunks, have to be plain, like vanilla, lemon, no fruits in it. Do not force yourself to vomit. It may lead to the staple line disruption. Stop sipping when you're full. That's a big one. If you can't tolerate your full liquids, go back to the clear liquids. Just means your stomach's not ready. It's like you're starting off as a baby stomach and working your way up, just like a newborn. Avoid high-calorie beverages, juice, milks, shakes, sodas, because they'll lead to weight gain, and you definitely don't want that. You got the surgery for a reason, to lose it. I have my first post-op checkup on Friday with my doctor, which is Dr. Smith. And then the following week I have a appointment with my dietitian that following Friday to, I guess, switch to puree. So yeah, so far, getting fluids in's no problem. Sitting around doing nothing, that's hard. I've pushed myself a little bit, cleaning up. I have 2 little girls. I have I guess not as little, but 8-year-old and a soon-to-be 5-year-old. And it's summertime, so they tear out a lot of toys and make a mess with things. And I've been getting on my knees trying to clean up, even though it hurts so bad. Making sure, like, my husband has food for dinner and things, because my girls have been going back and forth between staying with my mom and staying with me, just to help me out to recover quicker. Like last night, my husband husked corn because I couldn't do it with my stomach. It would just pull too much and it made me feel so weak. Even straining staying there and straining all the cream of soup, I had to take like 2 breaks because I was just so tired and exhausted. So I made him corn last night, corn on the cob. He likes to eat just vegetables most of the time, so. And he had a shake, one of my shakes. He said it's not fair that he can't have shakes too, and I won't give him up. So I let him have one last night to try. It was cookies and cream, and he downed it pretty good, pretty quick. I mean, I can get in certain comfy positions, but there's times where I'm like, I want to lay on my stomach because I'm a stomach sleeper, or I like to sleep on my side. And I can't do either right now, and that kind of sucks. It sucks when I lay back too far. It pulls on my abdomen where he tightened the muscle with the stitch, which he said can take up to 6 months to even dissolve into my body. So, yeah. So far I've had pudding that I made, homemade pudding, sugar-free with protein. I've been trying to do a Premier shake, get a little bit of that down every once in a while, and Powerade and the cream of mushroom, if I didn't say that. But yeah, I've been doing good so far. Getting up, moving around. I have been burping a lot though, so I'm not sure if that's a sign of getting full or just air bubbles. But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated and have a good day. Don't forget to don't forget just to subscribe. Thank you.